All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, Coach Rick Neuheisel. Coach, let's talk a little bit about Alabama and Auburn. Obviously, we know Nick Saban's more than likely safe at Alabama, but there's some pressure.
You think he's okay? Yeah, I think he's
I would
safe.
think so.
I would agree with that. That's why you got the microphone. You've got all this kind of knowledge inside. Saban's okay. That's news-breaking stuff.
Gus Malzahn, though, was feeling a little pressure. That LSU game last year was likely him or less. He ended up winning that out. You think the pressure's still on him?
I think the pressure's on everybody in the SEC West because, as I like to call it, Mount Everest or Mount Nick is alive and well. And when you're trying to scale it, if all you have is a pickaxe, you're going to be in harm's way. All those programs believe that they have the facilities, they have the investment to go ahead and try to take it on, but so far in the last several years it hasn't been easy to do. And despite the talent of the coaches, and Gus Malzahn in that company, it's still a very, very steep incline. And until that changes, I think all those guys are going to be looking over their shoulder.
It seemed like to me last year Malzahn something clicked with him. He decided to change, gave more play calling duties to Rhett Lashley.
Right.
How did you see him evolve from the start of last season to the end?
Well, it's very difficult when you're an offensive coordinator by trade and you get the job as head coach, but you don't change what you do over the course of a week. You get your offense ready. It's very difficult to give that up. For whatever reason, he chose to do that. Rhett Lashley, as you mentioned, was the guy. Now he brings in the Arizona State coordinator Chip Lindsey, who's coming, having been at Southern Miss and doing a nice job with the quarterback there, Nick Mullen, who was at the top of the charts in Division I football as a quarterback. Will he let Lindsey do all that, or will he still kind of put the Malzahn finishing touches on it? It's a fine question because if Jared Stidham's going to be what they want him to be, does he need to have the run threat that Jeremy Johnson didn't have, which obviously resulted in a dreadful offensive performance, or is he going to allow it to be more of a drop back stuff and let Kerryon Johnson and Cam Petway be the catalyst to get the defensive fronts up to the line of scrimmage to give them some air to throw into? It is an interesting question, and I don't know we'll know the answer until probably they get to Clemson in week 2.
Let's talk a little bit about Saban now. Obviously, the credentials are there, and we're looking kind of at his legacy. Have you seen a program top to bottom like Alabama has right now in many years?
To me, he's the greatest of all time. Now, that's a big statement, and I wasn't around for the Bear Bryant era, but I think if not for Bear Bryant having been the iconic figure he was at the same university where Nick Saban's pulling this wonderful thing off. And remember, Nick Saban had a nice run at LSU also. Including a national championship. But for that, I think the Alabama faithful would be singing the song, "He's the greatest of all time," so loudly it would be a foregone conclusion that most of America would buy that he is. The reason they're not is they still have their beloved Bear, right? And Coach Bryant deserves that sort of respect from the Alabama faithful, and so the conversation will go on. But from another guy who's done the job and seeing how efficient and how consistent and how driven Nick Saban is, I don't think there's anybody close.
You got to talk about with this program the fact that you get the 5-star recruits to wait 2 years, wait their turn, and then they're All-Americans. It's almost like they have All-Americans waiting 3 deep. How difficult is it when you went out recruiting to try and convince someone, a star high school athlete, hey, wait your turn, it'll all be worthwhile, but you got to wait a couple of years?
Well, the proof, as they say, is in the pudding, right? You can look down the list of all the guys who have played in this program, whether they waited or not, and how many of them have huge success at the next level. And right now, with the money being what it is, for families, for student athletes, they want that shot at the next level. And the process, as they love to call it at Alabama, has proven effective to give people a great chance to go and have long careers in the NFL. With all that being said, it's an easy sell when I walk into a living room and say, look, you're going to have this opportunity. You're going to learn how to compete, which you're going to have to do at the next level anyway. You're going to compete against others who are also on that same track towards that, and you're going to get a great education all the while. I think when you put all those things together, it's easier to ask for patience as opposed to other places.
It's the first football season without Vern on CBS. You going to miss him at all?
Oh, absolutely. Vern was fantastic. We did a song, Adam Zucker, Brian Jones, and I, Viva Vern Lundquist, and played it for him at the SEC championship game last year. And you know, Vern's everybody's grandfather. I mean, he's as lovable as Kris Kringle. And so you're going to miss him. But Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson are going to be top notch too. And you know, we get to show the the best conference in college football, the SEC, on television. So it'll march on. But Vern will be missed.
Coach Neuheisel, thanks so much.
All right, take care.